Hi, welcome to Saunders Sisterhood. I'm Carrie, and this is a YouTube channel for the single and childless, not by choice person. Today, we are talking about giving up. Yeah, it's okay to give up. Here are the things that I'm giving up as someone who is single and childless, not by choice. The first thing is I'm giving up blaming myself. Yeah, I know we're the easiest ones to blame, but I'm giving it up. I'm kicking it to the curb. I do not want to spend any more time blaming myself. Because ultimately, this whole thing, being single, being childless, not by choice, it's not even about laying blame. It's not about this being somebody's fault. Sometimes in the comments, people will challenge how I identify as being childless, not by choice, because I'm childless related to circumstance versus medical reasons as far as I know. I ignore those comments. And thankfully I'm in a place and I'm of an age where those comments don't bother me. I notice them, but I'm able to just be like, move on, and I ignore them. Because I know there is literally nothing useful and nothing constructive about placing blame. Because ultimately that just keeps us stuck in this place of not feeling worthy, of low self-esteem, low confidence, not feeling good enough. And I don't want to stick around that place. I've spent enough time there. Placing blame keeps us stuck without any element of healing. It's not a scenario in which we got to go through this in order to get to healing. Blame doesn't serve a whole lot of purpose. We also often think of blame because we want to figure out who's to blame for the failure. Being single and or childless, not by choice, it's not a failure. It just is. So I'm giving up blaming myself. It's also okay to give up trying to consider alternative ways of having children. And if you do give that up, it doesn't mean you're not trying hard enough and you haven't done everything you possibly could. I am giving up that mentality. Giving up considering alternative ways of becoming a parent doesn't mean that you chose this or that because you chose this, you have no right to feel bad about it because it's a decision you made. I'm giving all of that up, and you should too. You're choosing the decision that's best for you at this time. You don't have to defend it. You don't have to continue to explain the rationale to other people. You can just declare it if you want. It's actually nobody's business, and you don't have to explain yourself. We often have a vision of what being a mother or father looks like, the environment and the context in which we're going to be a parent. Deciding that you don't want to have a child outside that context is okay. Like for me, I never envisioned myself being a single parent. And so I am single, and so if I did adopt, I would be doing it all by myself. And that's not how I envisioned being a parent. It's not how I feel like I would be the best parent. I think a lot of people can be excellent parents in that situation. It's just not for me. Just because I make that decision, that doesn't then mean, well, I gave up on being a parent and therefore I have nothing to feel bad about. And that's just not true. Having a child isn't just about you being a mother or you being a father. It's about actually raising the child as well. And so it's okay to consider how you want to raise a child. Making a decision that you want to do that within the context of what you have capacity for and that aligns with your time is okay. It's okay to give up if the circumstances don't align with the way in which you feel like you would be the best parent. I'm giving up judging myself. I hope. I hope. I'm definitely giving up feeling like I should judge myself because I have done something that is so outside the norm of society that therefore I should be judged for it. I'm definitely going to give up on that part, and I'm definitely going to be working on absolutely giving up judging myself. What's kind of funny is that the way some of us judge ourselves are the very ways in which we don't like it when other people say certain things to us. Like we envision people saying, or imagine people saying, or they are saying, well, you couldn't find a partner because you're not fill in the blank. And yet we don't like that, but it's the very same thing that we say to ourselves. I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm giving that up. Why do we do that? Well, because these are judgments that have been cultivated over centuries, actually, through subtle messages and not so subtle messages about growing up and being a parent. Like, we get these messages very, very early. Across cultures, across socioeconomic backgrounds, it impacts how we talk to ourselves. I am going to give up talking to myself in a way that isn't shining my light brighter. That's my goal. Next, it's okay giving up putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. We can't always avoid it, but sometimes we can. It's okay to say no to the invitation that you know if you go, you're gonna feel miserable, left out, lonely. It's gonna feed the beast of all these negative comments. If you're gonna go somewhere and leave feeling more upset, it's okay to say no to that. We can do that in a way that is polite and respectful and honoring of whatever the occasion is. And it's okay for you to decline. If you want to give a reason why, you can, but it's also okay just to say, oh, I'm not able to make it to that. Thank you for the invitation. I'm wishing you all the best, or whatever, right? But you don't have to go to things. The last thing that I am definitely giving up is I'm going to give up expecting more from myself in other areas of life because I'm not a wife or a mother. Thinking that because I'm not a wife or a mother, I should be excelling in all of these other areas of life because theoretically I have time and money to do so. No, I'm giving up on that because that's BS. I'm not saying not to expect the very best from yourself, but just because you're single and childless, not by choice, it's not something you then have to overcompensate for in other areas of your life, like work or finances or being the very best aunt or babysitter around just to prove that you're not some kid hater. Because that trope is just untrue and boring anyway. You get to be imperfect. Because being single and childless, not by choice, it doesn't mean it's a life of abundance. It doesn't mean you have all the money in the world, you have no stress, no responsibility. You know that, and I know that. All of those things are still present. The stress and the responsibility just might revolve around different things. So don't pile on by telling yourself you should be overcompensating in other areas, uber successful in other areas, because you are single and childless, not by choice. Give that up. What are the things that you're giving up? Tell me in the comments below, and subscribe to this channel, Sandra Sisterhood, which is a channel for the single and childless, not by choice person.